Filming? Okay. All right. I'm not going to say what I usually say. I'm saying I'm doing something today in a different way. All right. I bought this the other day. It's the coolest little thing for $10 at Walmart. It's a little baby crock pot. Okay. I know you probably got one, but let me tell you something. It's a great, great investment. All right. If you're by yourself, or maybe it's just two of you, what I found is one of my ordeals is I'm going to peel these potatoes while I talk. Okay. I'm not real good at peeling potatoes, but if I don't peel them, Janice gets really mad and says, you didn't peel. Anyway, what I'm saying is one of my issues I do a lot, and I don't mind, and I feed a lot of people sometimes, but sometimes I try to cook just for Janice and I because I don't want to intrude on everybody with them having to eat everything. Okay. So what I done was, and Janice and I had a big knockdown drag out because she don't like her chicken in the crock pot. She says, I don't like that old slimy chicken. But it wasn't. The last night it seemed like she ate it pretty good when I fixed it. But anyway, so what I done was I like to fix a smaller portion. So I got out the roast that I had frozen and thawed it out a little bit. Okay. After I thawed it out some, this morning I cut it in half. Put half of it in a baggie, and half of it I went ahead and put up. Okay, and I put half of it in the this little tiny slow cooker. Okay. All right. So what I'm saying, yesterday we had chicken in it, but I only put in one potato. I'm gonna put in two potatoes today. Okay. I'm gonna put one potato. All right. Because we could have used two potatoes is almost too much. Okay. Because I want to put these carrots in. Before I put the carrots in, what I got in here is a small beef roast. Okay, a small beef. This is a small beef roast, a good beef roast that we had. Now I'm going to put this gravy. This is just regular brown gravy. Okay, beef gravy. Okay, I'm going to put it in. Okay. Now then, all right, got a little bit left of that. Then what I got is a pack of this just regular slow cooker stuff. Now, since I'm doing a small thing, I use a lot of these. I use half of it sometimes. Okay, just use half. I'll take and do half of it. Then I keep the other half. Okay, not because I'm cheap, but because I don't want too much. Okay, take that. Now, also, what I do is I've got these little banana peppers. They're called a Golden Creek peppercorn. They're like little banana peppers, actually. I used the juice out of these in something else the other day, but I dropped some of these in there. Okay, put them in. Okay, I like them. Give them a little taste of that. Okay, now I give them a little shot of onion powder. You could put regular onions in here if you wanted to. A little bit of garlic. Who knows why? And just a little tiny bit of seasoned salt. Just a little, because they don't like much salt. I checked my blood sugar this morning, and it was 130, which is pretty good for me. I'm doing good. So anyway, I got this other potato here, but I just don't know if it's going to make it. Okay, I'll show you this one day. One day, let me show you this. We found this out on TikTok. You can take a carrots or lettuce or anything, and you can put a paper towel in with them, and a paper towel in with them, and it keeps the moisture out, and they'll last like twice as long. All right, I'm going to give that. I hate to give it more. I can put some more. Janice loves carrots better than she does potatoes. Okay, and I'm going to lose that potato though. I hate to lose a potato. I need to cut these. These are a little bit bigger. I know that won't go over good because she'll say those carrots are too big. I live with a person that's a little bit of a food critic in her own mind, and she tells me, let me cut those first, okay? Anyway, some of them fly off. They go everywhere sometimes, but the dog gets them. She's not supposed to, but she gets them. Okay, that's about all I can do in there. I'm going to lose a potato. I was right with just thinking about going with one potato. I'm going to pour a little more of this gravy right on top of this, simply because there's no sense in not pouring it on it. I got it, and it's there. And you could put a little beef broth in that and wash that out if you wanted to. Okay, but here's the deal. For one or two people, this little crock pot is perfect, okay? All right. I don't know about putting this, I've got this, these little beef cubes, okay? What are they exactly? Does anybody know what a real beef cube is? I mean, I think it could be a gimmick. Anyway, they could be just be a gimmick. This is just something that somebody put together and said, but I'm going to put one of those in there. All right, now, I'm not going to put any, yesterday I put a little butter in it, but it seemed like it made it a little bit, and I love putting butter in it, but it seemed like it made it a little bit greasy. The butter did. It made it a little bit oily, okay? So I didn't want to do that. But anyway, I'm hoping to show y'all this when it's done. The only reason I won't is if I forget to film. But if I remember to film, I'll show you this when it's done. Now, you notice I don't put a lot of salt and pepper on my stuff. I like salt and pepper, but I don't put a lot of it on because I like whoever's eating it just to put their salt and pepper on when they do it. So I don't do it all the time. Now, over here, I'll show you the little old crock pot we're talking about, okay? This is a neat little old thing. There's nothing to it, man. That's all there is to it, okay? I'm gonna leave it about 6 hours. Okay, I'm gonna set it on low. Yeah, low. And let it run about 6 hours. I'm gonna put it on high for a couple hours, and then I'll switch it back over to low and leave it. It takes about 6 hours for this to do good. You can leave it out in the morning. I believe, well, you know, everybody out there uses a crock pot. But the whole thing I like about it is small. It's easier to clean up. There's not as much of it. I've got a big crock pot that I give $20 for that I cook my world champion chili in. But this little crock pot is very, very cute. And I just had to buy it. And I've been trying to use it since I bought it. And also, I put the roast in there, and the roast was just about frozen. Okay? So, and I've just now got to where I've started really cooking more things that are frozen. I put some frozen chicken in yesterday. It was frozen. So I put this in. It was frozen. I'm trying to, because what happens is sometimes in preparation, laying stuff out, I don't know if you're like me, it takes me a little time. I try to plan in the mornings for what I'm going to have supper that evening. So but this way, if I put it in frozen, it's a lot easier. Okay, I can do that. What I done yesterday, I had those little small chicken breasts that you get little single individuals. Let me show you one of those real quick. But I used those, and they were really, they come, the little tiny ones come in a package, individual like it. Now, I don't like buying them like this. I would rather buy them, I buy them out at Sam's, and then I vacuum seal them myself and put them in there. But I had those, and I said, I'm going to try them. My plan is now to go to Sam's and get us, just, you have to really do it in a planning state. Have to go get some more of the, there's some chicken breasts, a few good packages of big chicken breasts. And what I want to do is take those breasts out because they're bigger, cut them in half, then vacuum seal them individually, like two of the small ones in each package, because it seems like sometimes it's too much. And I'm trying to see if I can do better on, because we can't eat it too. And then we don't eat leftovers. I'm not real big on leftovers. I don't eat leftovers. Janice will eat leftovers, but I just don't like to, because if I eat leftovers, I can't find a reason to cook again. So I like to be able to cook as many times as possible. So if I eat leftovers, I'm just sort of messing myself up. Sabotage. All right, my goal was to show you that, but if I don't show you that, you have seen a beef roast come out of a crock pot before. Very simple, very easy to do. Get you one of those crock pots. get you one of them, and just $10 at Walmart. You can cut one potato, buy some of them carrots like that, sock in a half a roast and a thing. And you can also, if you don't want to use that gravy like that, you could use a beef stock and season it just a little bit. But it's so easy to do. And what happens is it's easy when you're by yourself not to cook. I know a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine, my mother, that it's easier just to put something in the microwave and go that route. But this way, you're doing something, and you're active, and you're doing something, and cooking, you should enjoy it. And but you can put it in that morning and got it that evening. 6 hours is about what it takes. All right, be sure on this is, I hope I can show you the rest of this, but if I don't, you know what a beef roast looks like when it comes out of a crock pot, but I'll try to show it to you. Be sure and like, share, and follow on these videos. If you don't share it, if you share it, then the algorithm picks it up, even if you're on Facebook or wherever you're at, and it will put it before other people. But if you don't share it, it gives you points. There's points for like, share, and follow. Okay, if you follow something, it's like 5 points. If you like it, it's 3 points. If you like it, it's 2 points. 3 points if you share. 3 points if you share it. 4 points if you follow. If you're following and you share, then that gives you points on the algorithm. And then what they do is, when someone else goes on Facebook and they're looking at something, it brings up these cooking shows and brings up these cooking programs now. And what that does is just let other people enjoy it. And if you enjoy it, let other people enjoy it. I hope to be back in a moment. If I'm not, I'll catch you later. Adios. All right, let's get a little peek at this roast I put in this morning about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Now, I'm not as crazy about this brown gravy we use, but I believe it's going to be better than what I think. There's the roast itself. The potatoes look good. I'm going to dial it back to low. I'm going to put it on low. It's been running on high for, now I might give it a little bit longer on high. It's been about 8, 9, 10, almost 3 hours on high. But that's it so far. It's pretty good. I think it's going to work out really, really good. But you can see the carrots, the potatoes. There's the roast itself. I'm sure it's going to be tender. But there it is. $10 crock pot. I cut that roast in half. 1 potato, bunch of carrots. Just right, easy to fix. You can leave that thing sitting just as long. You can put it down on low. This thing has got several settings on it. You can put it down on warm or low or high or whatever. I know a lot of you got it, but the whole thing I like about it is I like it because it's the 2-quart series. It's a small one because I tend to fix too much. So what I done, cut that roast in half, put it in there, and put the other half in the baggie, put it back in there. I cut it while it was frozen, but I'll let the other piece thaw out, and we'll have it next day or so here. But that's it. Pretty cool. Looks real good. Really nice. It's gonna be good. Make a good meal. It's partially healthy, I'd say. Anyway, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and follow.